John wanted to talk about. What do you want to talk about, John?
Oh, well, I just texted a couple topics to Shiloh
All right, let's talk about.
right before we started. Okay, so the first one that I want to talk about is obviously the Sony Marvel deal. And I got some insider trading information on this thing.
Let's
Okay, Steve,
summarize the situation in like 2 sentences right now. Like,
Okay, Sony and Marvel met to rediscuss the terms of sharing Spider-Man. Marvel wanted more than what they were having, which was 5%, so they wanted to do 50-50 of like profits from the box office for the movie. And then Sony said no, and the two execs just like walked out of the room. They're like, we're done. So it wasn't like talks just like broke down or anything, but it was just kind of like, I don't know if we can make a deal here because our boss has just left. So it was kind of up in the air, and there was all this talk of like, oh, Spider-Man's leaving the MCU now. Sony's going to do their own movie. But hear me out on this one.
all right, what's it?
So Sony and Marvel just made a deal, okay? Marvel's going to get 30% of box office. Basically, it's the same deal as before, where Marvel has to finance, they have to film it, cast it, and then Sony distributes it, and then Marvel gets 30% of box office profits. And there's going to be 6 more movies. Tom Holland's going to go to college in the movies, and he's going to run into Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four, aka the Human Torch, and then he's also going to meet from the X-Men. He's going to meet Firestorm and Iceman, and they're going to have a movie together, just like the old cartoon Spider-Man and his friends, or whatever that weird 60s cartoon was. Yeah, so it's going to be
Where
crazy.
did that whole second part just come from?
Yeah. No, this boy,
I told you,
this boy did not take a simple English class. That was not a summary.
Yeah, there's a lot of commas in there.
Well, okay, I did the summary, and then I did like my other part. Sorry.
You did your Stephen A. commentary.
You said 6 more.
Yeah, 6 more movies. So
And
3 of
that
them are
could
going
be
to be
solo movies.
Spider-Man.
That could be anything.
Well, 3 of them are going to be Spider-Man movies, and then 2 of them are going to be Avengers movies, where Spider-Man's going to have a bigger role, and then the 6th one is going to be Spider-Man 3. So we had Far From Home, Homecoming, and then we got to have this 3rd one, and then the next 3 will be the trilogy, the new trilogy that they're doing. So
Where did you hear all this second part? Is this just you guessing? Like what?
He's putting out fake news.
What insider is
so.
this?
Because I haven't
Well,
heard that
okay.
anywhere.
Okay,
The
so
only place I heard it from was John's Twitter.
Yeah.
so I saw
That was 2 sentences, actually.
I saw a
You just read
video
the tweet.
about it. Here's the only thing about this is it's very sketchy information. It's very like you cannot even take this with a grain of salt. It has to be like
So why would you
has to be a quarter of a
you got
grain of
insider
salt.
trading?
okay, because it's like it comes from a YouTube video who got it from a like one article about it, and this article is like sometimes not always right and not trustworthy. Ooh. So again,
Ooh, not being
Oh,
truthful
grain
in
of
your
salt.
article.
But here's the thing.
No. So what I just heard was John Stevenson is not credible. On to the next topic.
Here's the thing. I'm saying all this because I want to be at the front of the hype train when it starts.
You want to be
So
first.
Exactly. When people start talking about it, I'll be like, bro, I reported on this like Friday.
The thing is,
There's
2
my
things. You're not a reporter, and when you're very wrong, you're going to look real goofy.
Well, whatever. Also, Venom is coming to the MCU because, of course, he is.
All right.
Also,
Let's talk about something more important here.